Hey everybody, welcome to New Mexico Desert Classics. My name's Dan. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Um, so this is a 1980 Porsche 928 that I recently picked up. Super solid original cars. Got a couple funky things like who needs two antennas. But before I do a will it run, the car came without a battery. But there's been, anytime I pick up a new car, you always want to try and figure out what's been monkeyed with first, and then ask yourself why. Why did they monkey with it? Nothing looks more monkeyed than a toggle switch. It's a well done toggle switch. It's not hidden though. A toggle switch that runs toward the back of the car, which is where the battery and, which makes sense, right? Battery and fuel pump are. So I thought it was just a kill switch that they had installed, maybe bypassing the power from the front of the car to the fuel pump. But I'll pop up a picture here. So what you just saw is what it actually, how it was actually wired. So we're gonna crawl up under here real quick. This the factory power wire was still on it, but this yellow wire was added to the mix. So with the factory power wire still on it, factory ground wire still on it, now I've got a big question as to what this was doing, because it would not have been, I wouldn't think, a functional kill switch if the standard car power was there. So this seems like it was an auxiliary that was done for unknown reasons. So I'm assuming those unknown reasons would be that something is wrong up front in the car in the relay and power wasn't getting to the fuel pump. So I picked up a battery today. I'll step you guys through putting the battery in it. I went Walmart. I went H6, and we'll get this torn apart and get a battery thrown in it and see what we do. All right, so I know this has nothing to do with the battery, but while I was pulling out the carpet, I have to pull out the toolkit. And for all you 928 guys out there, yes, this is a complete toolkit. Obviously missing one wrench there. I'm going to have to source that one. But it's a complete toolkit, but it is not your standard toolkit, because this is a 1980 with a rear wiper delete. So it doesn't have a little bump out in the toolkit for the wiper motor connections. But we're going to pull this carpet out. Again, super original car, so I'm trying to keep everything as nice as possible as I throw it in the dirt. A little bit of break here. I'm going to see if I can't stitch that back together somehow. Losing lots of foam onto the spare. Oh, all in all, this car is super solid. Really, really, really impressed with every aspect of this car so far. One owner up until a couple years ago, only 2 titled owners in its lifetime. I actually thought it was 1 titled owner, and recently got in touch with the last owners of it and figured out that they were not the original owners of it. All right, so this is obviously the yellow wire, and it disappears down into here, and we're going to take it off because I'm not a fan at all of the kill switch. Obviously, I'm noting how it was done in case I need to do it myself, troubleshooting, and I'm going to probably have to put down the camera to pull it apart to get it pulled through this little hole that they so keenly used in the battery box. I'll be right back. All right, so Pilo kill switch wires. So some of you might be wondering why I removed it if possibly a bypass was needed. Well, this is a long-term project of a car. It's not a short-term, get it on the road, got to have it driving. So I would much rather do what's known as right and get it figured out from wherever the real problem is. I really could have done without this nice little tin snip work on this. I might try and see which one, although those hinges don't look like they would be super easy to get out. So I'm going to go grab that battery. So battery wise, as I mentioned, I cheaped out today. Let's see if I can get you guys a good look at this. I kind of cheaped out, kind of didn't. Battery was $139.99 plus tax. Pardon me. It's a Everstart Max, 730 CCA, correct size ish, not too tall. So we're going to give this a shot. I do plan on doing a lot of LED updates and try and figure out, do some more research on what it takes to go AGM on these. I've read a little bit, heard it wasn't too detrimental charging system wise, but I want to do some more research before I drop 400 bones on a AGM battery for it. So we're just going to drop this in and start hooking it up. Man, I'll tell you what, yes, this appears to be a pretty good fit. Yes, I'm going to be putting the cover back on this once I tighten it down. Yes, I am super happy that the ground strap is plenty long to get there, because you really do have to shift this battery toward the front a lot to get it on that positive terminal. So I'm going to tighten that up, and then I'm going to put the ground cover on it, because the last thing we want to do is short out on that, and then we'll attack the negative. All right, so the factory positive cable cutout on this cover was not nearly large enough for that fat cable coming out of the Porsche, so did some trimmage. Camo. This does not like me. All right, trimmage. Just like we knew what we're doing. And now we're going to drop on the negative and watch for smoke and listen for stuff. I definitely hear some stuff happening. Key's not even in it. I left this cover off on purpose so that I can see what's going on down here. And yes, this is my first 928, so no, I don't know what it's supposed to do when it gets powered, but it definitely did something. All right, I don't see any smoke anywhere. That's a good thing. I'll be right back. I'm going to tighten up this ground strap. Ground strap secured. So let's see how this. See if, yeah, I guess that carpet goes there. All right, does not appear to ground on anything. That's good. Man, I need to vacuum this out before I put that spare back in there. We're going to go give the key a shot. So this is an original factory black key, red key. All right, we got lots of buzzes. I'm a big fan of buzzes. What the heck? Let's see what it does. It does nothing. It does nothing at all. We're in park. Wow, that rolls a long ways before it clicks in. I thought we were gonna give the Solstice, my wife's Solstice, a love tap. Okay. All right, looks like I have some research to do, because it does nothing. We do get some movement on the gauges, but I got absolutely nothing. All right, everybody, so if you've watched the video this far, you know that I was trying to figure out all kinds of stuff on this car, why it had a kill switch and everything. I think when I was talking about why would somebody do that, I think I figured out why, because they got to the same point I got to after removing it, and realized that they couldn't get the car to even crank over. So they were probably trying to, hot wire the fuel pump. So while I was looking for fuses, because I was too lazy to Google because my phone storage was full and I quit videoing, too lazy to go Google where the fuse box is, and I saw a little red button on the bottom of the dash. So I'm not gonna lie, yes, I actually have already pressed the button, key in, push the button. Car's been sitting for a couple of years. I'm not gonna let it run long if it starts. But let's see what we can do here. Key on. I'll take that. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle. Yeah, I smell old, nasty gas. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm going to do it again. Yeah, it's either got old, nasty gas or it's out of gas. Either way, I'm taking that as a run, and I figured out the ignition. Cool. Y'all have a good one.